God, I've been muted this whole time. What a day. What a day. I have to... Yeah, I couldn't hear it either. I just unmuted myself. I'm just going to go with it. I'll fix the rest of it later. So now you should be hearing some things. All right. And there we go. Letting all of you arrive. Because I'll tell you, I'll just get in touch with that. Because it's kind of like, oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, man, I don't want to have to redo all that again because they're doing so well. You know, it really gets into the experience of letting all of me arrive in the experience. See, that's kind of the magic here with this, is that, oh, we get to be human. We don't have to be perfect. Maybe I'll just leave it that way, just for the fun of it. See, when we let ourselves arrive, then we're not in a world of resistance or judgment or condemnation. Because when we shame ourselves, we judge ourselves, we condemn ourselves, what happens is the body goes into a defense response. It's either going to fight it, it's either going to run from it, it's going to freeze, or it's going to fawn. And that can be pretty unfortunate. It can be very painful. It can be very arresting for us in our journey. Because now our own defense processes are working against us. We feel like maybe we're the problem. We feel unsafe with ourselves. We maybe feel a little dangerous with ourselves. Well, coming back to ourselves allows us to get a deeper access to compassion and to our humanness. So like with my mistake just a few minutes ago, now I can laugh at it. Because one, it's okay. I've acknowledged and validated, legitimized the embarrassment I felt, but then I took the power back because so what? So what? It doesn't define anything. It's not significant. It's not at the end of anything. That's the magic there. See, when we are willing to let all of ourselves arrive, the wholeness that we be in whatever moment, then we don't have to worry about this thing called enoughness. We don't have to worry about worthiness. We don't have to worry about being enough or performance-based value, transactional value. Instead, we get to show up and be. Because there's a lot of times we've been conditioned to think we have to be a certain way. Certain things have to be this way if we're going to be loved. Hi, Rita. Congrats on your home sale. Have safe and eventless move. So it is, life is organic. You can go outside and do you judge trees? Like, that's a perfect tree and that is not a perfect tree. See, no, they're growing and doing what they are going to do because they are arriving. They're just showing up and being themselves, whatever they be. This is part of our journey in this. Is getting out of this box, this definition that we think is necessary to live through so other people will like, love, and keep us. And coming into our own definition to find out who likes, loves, and keeps us. Because behind enoughness, behind the withdraw from the reality, from our world, the hiding, is trauma. Trauma to identity, trauma to our sense of value, to our attachment. Oh, I bet it's stressful, Rita. I bet. And yeah, keep using those tools. You'll get through this. We got your back. So you can always vent in the community if you need it. But when we withdraw because of trauma, because of conditioning, because of shame, because of fear, it's understandable why we think enoughness is real, why we would hide ourselves. Because we've been hurt. We've been very hurt at times. We've been harmed. Our own survival sometimes has been put at risk. Part of our healing is to, once we've restored safety and we've restored sanity in an aspect of ourself, is to lean into that self. Is to lean into more of the expression, whatever it is. Because outside the trauma is the reality that we have the right to occupy space and demonstrate that space our way. We have the right to define what the qualities are of that space, the boundaries, the preferences, the wants, the not wants, the things that work, the things that don't for us in that space. We have the right to discover this. We have the right to change it as we discover more. And all of this includes whatever shows up for us. So it includes trauma responses. It includes fear. It includes insecurity. It includes confidence. It includes power. It includes owning our successes and our failures. This is how we become more of a fleshed out, defined, understood, experienced person with ourselves. We're not stuck in a box that gets us love, we think. We are fluid in our world and seeing who likes, loves, and keeps us and whom we choose to keep in our world. That allows us to succeed. It allows us to thrive in relationships and with people who get us, who like us, and who care about us. And that's the work, though. That's the big work. We're all on that journey. On the journey of discovering the fear that other people have coded as commands and absolutes and rules and musts into these commandments, these laws, these things we must be. We're breaking free of that. And that's what aliveness is about. So aliveness includes the depression, it includes the fear, the insecurity, it includes the things that we tend to fear, reject, push away. We bring those home. Sometimes we don't want to do the work. Sometimes we don't want to be ourselves. That's included. And this gets into this idea that there is no enoughness. Because enoughness implies that there is not enoughness. That's usually the way the brain wants to interpret that often, is that it's transactional. So, okay, there's enoughness. How do I be enough? And then it's externally looking for it. It's out here in the world going, where's this rule that tells me I'm enough? When we stop looking for that, we can start stepping out of the falsehood of enoughness and move into the world of wholeness, because wholeness includes everything. It includes the emptiness and the loneliness. It includes the limits we have. It includes the power we have. It includes all of it, because we're intrinsically whole. That's why the aliveness includes it all, because it's an expression of the wholeness in that place. So sometimes your wholeness expression is in feeling inadequate. Sometimes it's going to be overwhelmed. Sometimes it's going to be joy. Sometimes it's going to be boredom. Sometimes it just wants to sleep or rest or play. That's the beauty of it, is you're discovering more and more about your intrinsic self, the innate being you are, by allowing yourself to show up outside of some expectation. So you don't have to worry. Well, I sometimes worry about being enough. This is why we can begin to let it go. If that's something that feels safe and comfortable to you, like, what would it be like to let go of trying to be enough? What would it be like to stop chasing enoughness? Who would I be without trying to be enough? That way we can hear ourselves. That way we get out of the box. We're no longer judging or condemning ourselves. Instead, we're more in connection with what's really going on. And we're more available for being seen and valued and loved, and for seeing, valuing, and loving ourselves and others. That's the magic there. That's where we're going. That's where I'm going. That's where my work is going. The things I teach, because really it's back to self. And we don't know ourselves well, and I don't know that we will ever know ourselves entirely. But I know that we'll discover more about who we are. We'll be able to thrive in that. We'll be able to celebrate in that and succeed through it. To have achievement and fulfillment and satisfactions in our world, and discoveries and experiences. Because that's the joy of it. That's what comes after codependency, is the living of your wholeness. So that was on my mind, my heart today, and I wanted to share that. Appreciate you guys. Be safe out there. I will see you guys next week. So we will continue getting more clarity on how your roots of codependency and how we heal it. I'll be talking about attachment and identity, power. So there's going to be some good stuff there for you. Keep yourself safe out there. I know there's a lot going on. If you need anything, feel free to ask. See what I can do for you up here from Boise. May not be much other than maybe, hey, I get it. Hold some space. Connect with you in that moment. Okay. Remember your wholeness. Your wholeness is yours. Go for it and discover more about who you be as you be whole. I'll see you guys in our next training. Bye-bye.